Hi, this is Stacy Bauman, and this is my video on COVID and early childhood. While many of us realize that high quality early childhood education sets children up for success, many programs have had to close. I really didn't realize that because I knew that they were still open, but it really makes sense considering that many parents lost their jobs, therefore they can't afford to take their kids to preschool or childcare. And also these programs would have had to close. This causes a problem because now for things to reopen, we're not going to necessarily have these centers back and running like they're supposed to. Not to mention many women have lost their jobs, and this of course happens to ultimately be, according to resources, women of color. According to the CSCCE, or the Center for the Study of Child Care Employment, the closures and job losses may be permanent, and the lack of investment by the country in childcare is coming home to roost. Working mothers won't be able to find or afford childcare. Women working in early childcare education will be out of jobs. This will cause yet more economic hardship for lower income workers, and this is not something that I had considered, and apparently neither have our policymakers. Our entire U.S. economy depends on childcare, and yet we don't support it as a nation or any other type of teacher. And many early childcare education teachers work 2 jobs to make ends meet. If policy changes don't happen soon, early childhood education will continue to suffer, losing teachers and closing schools. We're failing our young children. These issues are further highlighting the inequities that exist in early childhood education. There's no formal system for early care and early childhood education. This hurts programs because any investment they do receive is applied in a hodgepodge kind of way, perhaps not even the way it was intended. Furthermore, due to COVID and the pandemic, children have lost socialization. They're not even learning to share. In fact, they're being taught to not share. This doesn't sound like that big of a deal. However, I think this might be a very big social and emotional problem as they get older, having to learn it instead of at 1 or 2, having to learn it at an older age. Everyone's under stress, and young children are suffering adverse childhood experiences, which can have long-term effects. What does this mean in the coming years for these children's education success and emotional well-being?